What's up, headbangers? My name is Bob and you are on Flashbanger. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. This April was insane. I will show you so many good rock and metal releases. The year could stop right now. So here we go. These are April metal and rock releases. Starting with an American speed metal band, Solicitor, released their debut album Spectral Devastation. And this is speed metal, man. High speed with great guitar riffs and licks, killer drums, and excellent clean vocals with harmonies. Canadian traditional heavy metal band Traveler released their second album Termination Shock, an excellent heavy metal album. Great choruses to sing along, perfect guitar tone, arrangements, solos, voice. This screams 80s. Finnish black metal kicks ass. Curse Upon a Prayer released their third album Infidel. And this is black metal in its highest form. Super aggressive and blasphemous metal, fast, dirty, cruel. The lyrics criticize the Islam in a very violent way. One-man atmospheric black metal from Brazil, Caataira, released its third album, Só Quem Viu o Relâmpago à Direita Sabe. Caio Lemos, the mind behind the project, creates atmospheres out of acoustic instruments with percussive influence by Brazilian folk music and vocals inspired by indigenous songs. A perfect mix of black metal and Brazilian folk music. American death thrash metal band Shards of Humanity released their second album Cold Logic. From the beginning to the end, this is sick. Old school death thrash metal with insane guitar work, amazing solos, heavy killer drums, and just perfect vocals. American psychedelic doom metal band High Priestess released their second album Casting the Circle. Hypnotic doom filled with songs about invocation and satanism. Great percussion work, lots of dark vocal harmonies, a true ritualistic chant of invocation. French black metal band Bah released their debut album Deus que não mentitur, intense sounding album with devastating riffs, melancholic atmospheres, and desperate vocals. Italian thrash metal band Abduction released their second album Killer Holidays on Planet Earth. Old school thrash metal with science fiction themes. These songs are so catchy, the choruses are so good, give it a listen. Canadian heavy metal hard rock band Spell released their third album Opulent Decay with a 70s heavy rock vibe, tons of psychedelia, retro guitar tones, and very creative vocals. Excellent album and mustaches. Another Finnish black metal band Oranssi Pazuzu released their fifth album Mestarin Quincy. This is very experimental, weird sounding black metal with hypnotic and disturbing atmospheres, anxiety driven music. British heavy metal band Fury released their third album The Grand Prize. This album has some amazingly catchy songs to sing along with the perfect vocalist. What a tone, man. Oh, the bass is a show itself. The extremely prolific American one-man DSBN band Sadness released a new wonderful album named Alluring the Distant Eye. Super intense and melancholic atmosphere built with guitars, drums, and keyboards. An excellent use of silent parts, this is great. Heavy doom metal band Serif Ungo released their first album since 1991. This is Serif Ungo's fifth album and it rocks hard. Long have we slumbered, but now we awake. And they really seem to have slept all this time because they seem to have continued exactly where they stopped. An exciting and energetic album. German instrumental psychedelic band Camel Driver released an album called Yes, like a camel foot. This album is the biggest trip you get in this month of quarantine. Get into this desert travel driven by guitars, drums and bass. A great crossover band from the US, Drain, released their first full-length, California Cursed. And these guys know how to mix old school hardcore with violent, punishing metal. Lyrics are awesome and creative. Riffs are heavy as fuck and drums are groovy and strong. Swedish one-man atmospheric black metal band Lustri released a new album named The Ashes of Light. Lustri's 7th album. Slow and melancholic ambience with keyboards, sporadic screams that serve as another instrument. Blues rock project Little Albert released its first album, Swamp King. Little Albert is a project by Alberto Piccolo, guitarist of the doom metal band Messa. Slow blues with some doom influences and some occasional fuzz. Lots of feeling in his guitar, beautiful tone. Best blues rock album of the year until now. I'm gonna drop some EPs. Thrash crossover band from Russia, Throwness, released their second EP, Anti-Human. Very aggressive sound with punishing drums, a killer fast and tireless guitar, and desperate vocals. The lyrics are about final judgment, plagues, and critics on the human condition. And what about Black Thrash? Swedish band Curse released their debut album, The Awakening and the Old. Old school Black Thrash with evil guitars, lots of catchy guitar riffs, and haunting dirty vocals. American doom metal band Wasteland Coven released their first EP, Ruined, and this is so good. Epic doom with female vocals. Dark and great dirty riffs. The band has an old school vibe but with a little extra dirt. The vocals are perfect, great clean vocals. American one-man atmospheric black metal band Panopticon released a new EP called Beast Rider. A very uncompromised EP recorded to raise funds for independent artists who are having a hard time because of the pandemic. However, these two tracks are killer. This album is a kind of atmospheric blues rock, sounding rock, and it's amazing. French traditional heavy metal band Animalize released their first EP, Tapes from the Crypt. Total 80s revival vibe, with very good guitar riffs, great and catchy choruses, and excellent vocal harmonies. Side A is in English and Side B is in French. Brazilian blacknet speed metal band Cult of Horror released the new EP called Profane Scum. Only 2 tracks, but blasphemy is certain. The first track brings the satanic speed metal of Cult of Horror in its highest form, and the second track is a dark, dirty doom. American doom metal band Sleeping Village released Holy Water. This is an old school doom metal trio. Sabbath worship 70s doom. It's retro, it's dirty, great riffage, great choruses, alright yeah. Ukrainian black metal band Faikal released their first EP, Resurrection of the Ancient Spirit. Old school second wave like black metal, raw, cold and very evil. Faikal is a torch of blasphemous black metal burning heaven to the ground. American synthwave producer, also known as the command pilot of Starfarer, released an awesome futuristic EP named Spaced Out. This is instrumental, stoner, synthwave with sci-fi themes. Great fuzzy arrangements and a trippy vibe. And for last but not least, Women of Doom, a collaborative compilation of 9 tracks of great doom metal made by women. A project that aims to celebrate female artists on all things heavy. It kicks ass right from the beginning with Nighthawk and Heavy Tempo. This is amazing. Oh, before the video is finished, my new black metal project, Unmoralish, released its first single, Hang the Preacher. Old school black metal for those who like blasphemy and wants the death of priests, shepherds, and some other preachers. I hope you have enjoyed this month's releases. What is missing? Comment below. Hit the like button if you like this type of content and share this video with your friends and enemies. See you next month.